Hello, hello, and welcome to yet another round of First to Worst here in the Goulash. I will be pushing buttons, dragging on your shirt, and here in the commentator booth, we have Hoyt,
It's your boy.
and we also have a guest commentator, Nova.
Hello, I've been brought in off the street to commentate. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to pretend I do.
Yes.
And today we're going to be running HowDeeDo versus Slaya.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
All right, gentlemen, go ahead and eat your hot dogs and start rolling them gats, and I will leave the floor to Hoyt and Nova.
Way.
Way.
Way. Oh my god, I love you, Anton. I'm taking this. What the
Get
fuck is wrong with
590.
my rig? Hold on, my rig is messed up. How does this even happen? Like, why is my rig like this?
Go ahead and change it and slap your options panel against the wall when you're done there.
Wait, let me
What'd
see
you
if I
get?
can glitch it in. I got the 590.
Ooh, it's a good one.
I'm gonna re-roll the 8400 Super Shorty.
Okay.
Ah, there we are.
Uplink successful. Target system detected. Take it.
What are we thinking, Slaya?
She's probably gonna bite me in the ass, but I'm gonna re-roll the 1911
Alright.
Tactical.
That's 2 rerolls for Slaya.
Oh my god, you're re-rolling that? I can't believe it.
Target system detected.
Did you get the 7-rounders or the 10-rounders?
I got the 10s, I got the R700.
Unbelievable, man. That's heresy.
Alright, you got one more reroll. Do you want to use it, or are you keeping the
I got the
R700?
gamer point. I'm gonna keep the 700.
Okay, going with the 700.
Good choice.
Any last words for chat or each other before starting off?
Good luck, have
Best of
fun.
luck in the next round.
Mhm.
All
Come on,
right.
I've
Wish you
gone
the
up
best,
against
man.
second place 2 times.
Alright.
Well, fellas, good luck on your runs, and 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm gonna wait. What?
Oh my fucking god.
All right, they're muted, they're deafened, they're ready to go.
Ah, alone at last. Excellent.
Yep, I need
So-
to tune into the dragon feed here.
What have we got here? Is that, am I seeing an R700 and a 870 or 970 or
Yep.
whatever the number is?
Howdy
Both
got the
good pulls.
long boy. I'm surprised.
Do you
to
have a
see-
preference?
Ooh, I would much rather. I think the best thing that you can get is a shotgun with a red dot in the first crate.
Yeah.
But I don't mind having either a pistol or a bolty either, and I'll just buy the other one at the first shop.
In my case, I'm looking for, I mean, if I can get a shotgun, that's the best option. One with a red dot.
Yeah.
But normally I'm just fishing for bolties, and that's my favorite bolty in the pool, so.
It is a nice one, a newer edition. Howdy getting a high point, not even the tactical high point, and Slaya getting a 1911 back. Were you surprised to see some of Slaya's rerolls there, Nova?
Well, what did we have? We had a 1911, is that right? Or was that,
Yeah.
was that Howdy?
It was the 1911 with the Stindos and the red dot, and he also got the tactical short bolty. Slaya
Right.
coming up with some trouble here, already failing his alert bonus here. Dragon, if we could get the preview when you got the chance.
Oh, is that
taking a
damage I
hit,
just saw as
too.
well?
Yeah.
That's rough. That's a lot of points immediately lost. Easy ones too.
Hold this position.
All right, HowDeeDo is in it.
Analyzing system.
Hold- We see your full OBS. I was asking if we could get the preview window instead.
Hold this position. Analyzing system.
Howdy moving around here. We also can't see Slaya's window at all there, Dragon. Probably minimized or something. Thank you, thank you.
Ah, there we go. Perfect. That's basically where I would have held for the first part. My goodness, that's some fast clearing.
That was very fast.
How do they do
Slaya-
it? I mean, grief.
It helps to be able to miss and not care with the extended tube on that.
It is true.
Slaya manually bolting is going to be a bit slower here just because the weapon. And he has to aim it a lot more carefully than Howdy does with the shotgun. But gets that nice long range clear with those iron sights on the 1911. A good clear, a solid clear, but not nearly as fast as Howdy got.
No. Now, did we see any damage? I don't think we did. We lost the first part of that that hold, so something could have happened, but I'm just going to assume that
Did-
both of them are
He
damaged.
did take damage finding the hold.
Yes.
Howdy getting the M23 gun.
What a roll that is. I mean, this is dream rolls for me. It's like, I'd be very happy at this point.
Even the high point?
I
I
can live with that at the very least.
That thing, it only matters to clear the recursives in hold 3, right? Like, that's why it's in his pocket.
I reckon Howdy's going to go surgery, though, don't you think?
He might. He
Fucking
just might.
surgery?
What is hold 3 here? Hold 3
garden.
is garden. So it really depends on where they show up, right?
Yeah, it's not an easy one. You can get lots of distance between the two of them. And, of course, cover.
Yeah, so like if he's got to shoot like up under the bridge while standing on the grass, I imagine we might see the pistol instead of trying for long range shotgun surgery. Which I don't care who you are, it's a little bit risky the further you get from that node.
True. But if you keep that room under control, oh god, what happened there? A little bit of a strange thing going on with the physics there. But if you keep the room under control, that gives you some room to go explore.
Yeah.
Speaking of keeping things under control, it's a good
Keeping
spread
himself-
too. They're all in the same hallway.
Keeping his ears open, hearing these Sosigs come down.
I wonder if he's going to move to one end. Yeah, this is what I was thinking would happen. Oh no, he's going backwards. What I would have done is move to one end, had a clear line of sight down all of them, but that was still fast, very fast.
Very fast.
Analyzing system.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his plan was to line up all in one hallway, but the Sosigs made him do it anyway.
Sure, yeah.
It looks like
This is a good angle too.
Howdy's got a little bit of attorney shakes here. He's feeling it already.
Some of the best players I've noticed, Seth, Howdy, you know, it clearly doesn't stop them from, I mean, from just being total machines. So there's some hope for us, yes, us who have the Tony shakes all the time.
You just kind of have to ride them out. Maybe that adrenaline helps you pull the trigger just a little bit faster.
Yeah, maybe. And when you're using a shotgun, it's like you've got some leeway anyway. Another fast clear. Again, a little surprised you didn't go down to the other end of the hallway and have a good, you know, long line
Yeah.
of sight. Oh, Seth's in chat. Sorry, Seth. Didn't mean to call you out.
Interfacing with system node.
No one
what did-
would ever say that he trembles like a little chihuahua while competing. No
I
one
think
would
Seth
ever
may
say-
also have the highest average score across all the matches of anybody in this tournament. I could be wrong about that. So the point I'm making is, you know, by no means is that an indicator of success. Also, B1301. I don't know if you pointed that out, but I was not paying attention, so I did not notice that. Not the M23 gun, that's for sure.
No, I think it's a strictly worse gun than the M23 gun. You still
Guaranteed,
have
yeah.
the inconvenience of the hunting stock, but none of the benefits of that huge tube.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the mounting, the Picatinny rail is also really far forward because of the stupid block sight on the back of it. So it's not so bad on this site, but some of them it's just way too far forward in my opinion. I think we're seeing relatively the same amount of control over the Sossages so far. I was not paying close enough attention to tell whether the Hardens were faster or slower, so...
Well, I would regard this as the second easiest hold room on the map.
Yep.
Ooh, a very fast clear from Slaya. I dare say it was a little bit faster than Howdy's.
Yeah, there wasn't much room to improve on either of them, I think. They both were, pretty spectacular. But yes, that's what I would be inclined to say. Neck and neck for sure. I think right now it's just come down to the damage and the stealth bonus that's unfortunately lost in the first hold.
And I think both of our runners hitless and holds so far.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Slaya only taking that one unlucky hit to the abdomen and trying to clear hold one. Howdy's maneuvering around, about to go into his hold 3 in garden, getting a cheeky peeky on that Sosig.
Did you see what he bought in, if anything, in the hold?
Bought an SV98. So
interesting. I guess that makes sense.
Might use it instead of the pistol for a long range clear, or it might have just been for the red dot.
Can it be both? That's what I would do.
Out for what? I don't think he saw where all of his nodes were beforehand. One was above him, swap into the 870 for the last clear.
Yeah, that's where I would hold too, but I mean you just don't have a line of sight on all of them unless you're really lucky. So it helps knowing that there can be some underneath you. So if you don't know where it is, chances are that's where it is.
You have the if you ever think, wow, all of these spawn locations in Garden can be very inconvenient, and I could never see all of them at the same time, you have the closed testing group for the institution to thank for that, who said the room was too easy, and Anton took offense to it. Moved them all around, got them in annoying spots.
But depending on where you are, this one's got some really... It can be quite challenging Sosig spawns as well. They can come out from underneath you, and they can get angles on you that you can't get on them, and it's a little bit much sometimes. This one, for instance, you'll get 3 Sosigs from different areas.
Howdy's doing good work on these encryptions, but I think he's had to go for reloads both times. So, leaving a little bit, some milliseconds on the table that maybe Slaya can pick up. He did get a second shotgun, so he'll be able to swap to that instead of having to go for the reload, maybe, in order to get a faster clear on his hold. All right.
Looks like a 10-14. Oh, yep, surgery. Here it comes.
Oh no, getting a porcupine.
Oh, it's a worse porcupine. Was that a hit?
Hit.
I can't tell.
He did get hit. He's Sosig staring at him.
Bro.
Another porcupine.
Bro.
Oh, it's all going quite
He's trying to go
poorly,
for the pistol, but it's in the floor. He's going for the knife.
This is so bad.
Alright, he's got the pistol. He's just crouching down to clear it out.
That was unbelievable.
There it goes.
Wow, a disaster.
Oh, that evens
for
it.
HowDeeDo there.
Now, he doesn't know, of course, that there was some point lossage, for lack of a better word, on Slaya's part. So I would say, depending on how this hold goes,
Yeah. Howdy
even
leaving
it
a
out.
lot of room on the table for Slaya to catch up.
True, but I would say this is for sure the hardest. In my opinion, this is the hardest hold
Hey.
on this seed.
So, not that it's a big deal or anything, but Slaya did touch grass.
No way.
Thank you for
We didn't,
keeping
we
us
didn't say anything
informed,
about that.
Dragon.
You're
kind of
welcome.
commentators
Alright,
are
I just
we?
wanted to be known, Slaya is now a grass toucher. Okay.
There's one left. I don't think he's been hit, but time is a wasting.
Oh, and he's out.
Uh,
Going for the reload instead of swapping to the other shotgun.
interesting.
And another 3 shots.
I wonder if the shotgun is meant to be a secondary or if it's just for the final encryption.
It looks like he's loaded it up with slugs in order to clear recursives with it.
I'm looking out where the controller's pointing.
I think he avoided getting hit there, but it was close. That looked very dodgy there for a second. I think
It sounded
Sweats
like
means these
Slaya
days.
bonked his head trying to stand up from a crouch there. He might be under his desk right now, dealing with the unfortunate reality of our real bodies
Oh my god.
in this meat space.
Yeah, it's always the hazard with VR, isn't it? I've done that a couple
Yeah.
times.
It was very loud when he slammed
Sounded
his
quite
head.
painful.
Yeah. I think he's dealing with that right now. And the Sosigs, really not being able to control the room because of that.
Yeah.
Which is going to lose him a lot of time. I think all of the time that Howdy had to clear the recursive might have just been lost by Slaya as well. He's
Yeah.
still hitless, but I think he's had a couple pretty slow clears here.
So I will say going hitless is something, what is it, like 200? No, not 200, what am I talking about? 20,000 after the multiplier? If you go through the entire
first
thing.
hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 40 seconds, is it, of encryption time? That would definitely even it out a little bit, but the night is still young, so we'll see.
Yep. Loading it up with slugs to hit those recursives here.
Gonna make it harder to hit the sausage, though.
No hedgehogs will be happening for Slaya.
It's the hope, at least.
Having trouble clearing these Sosigs out with those slugs, though.
Here it comes.
Oh,
it's a hit.
there. So
That's
he
that
has
decided.
also lost that that bonus. Taking an extra second to get the red dot on it. I
Yeah,
don't
probably
think
wise.
things are going well for Slaya here. Getting hit a lot of times, but only that first one counts against your score.
I mean, that's really what you've got to do, isn't it? Once you've been hit once, you have to decide, am I going to risk possibly having my run end, or am I
Yep.
going to try and do this quickly?
You
think
can
that was
take
the right call.
quite a bit of damage, and it used to be before you lost score from being hit. You used to be able to trade score or health for time, just clearing
Yeah.
faster under fire. We used
In the
to see
meantime,
that
what
a
have we
lot
got going
more.
on here? What have we got? What has Howdy got? Is that an AK pattern rifle? I see a
It is
Picatinny
an
rail, but
AK-12, I believe.
okay.
With the 30 rounders, or are those the 40s?
No, those are 30s for sure.
Yeah, it's the, but if he upgrades it one time, he could get 2 drums, but I don't know if it's in the cards. I don't know if it's in the economy to go forward with that plan. Sometimes the 30s are just fine. You can mag palm with 30s, you know.
Where the hell is Cinderella?
The trouble I have with the AK pattern rifles is sometimes the collision on the magazines, there is none. So you phase straight through them when you're trying to reload and you accidentally knock out your own magazine that
Yeah,
you've just tried
they-
to put in.
They need a very particular angle. Howdy holding bottom floor here in his 4th hold. Now, 4th hold means that we're going to see stealths in storage. which is kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
They're
Yes and no. I
tough
think.
to find in here. Even Hardens are tough to find in here. And
Oh,
he
he's lucky though.
finds them all with a
Only 4.
easy 4.
Analyzing system.
I mean, I would much rather deal with stealths here than on Turbine, or
Yeah,
name your
that's
other
true.
hold 4. Hold.
Yeah, I think they're still easier to find here than maybe Atrium even. Atrium just being a gray mass of concrete, it's hard to even see them when
Yeah.
they do shine.
But it's dead easy to control the Sossigs in this room if you. I think you taught me actually how to do it, and
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, it's a cakewalk. So
It's probably one of the easiest rooms to clockwork. Definitely the one that makes the biggest difference, clockworking it rather than holding some turret position up high. Howdy with an amazingly quick clear on the poly.
it's
Just
fabulous.
butter.
Hip firing too. I didn't see any red dot action in that.
Nope. If you're that
I
close,
don't know how they do it.
if you're that close, red dots can mess you up with the height over bore, even if it's a slight height over bore. If you run up on it, you're better off just pointing your rifle a couple inches away and just pulling the trigger.
Yeah, true.
And back to the beginning of the dance here. Waiting for his regenerative to pop in. I haven't seen him look for it. Here he goes, looking for it. Where is it going to pop in? It's going to pop in over there. And
It's really hard to
has-
get a shotgun angle, isn't it, on this because of the storage stuff
Did
that's
he
in the
take
way.
a hit there, or was that just right
Oh,
there?
he
took
did just
a
now.
hit?
I think he was okay, but yes, then just now that's curtains.
Having a tough time. That is the problem with the AKs. If you let them run dry, you don't have a bolt release.
Oh,
Going for
smacking
the
the center
melee
one.
on the center one to make sure that it doesn't come back. And there we see the
That's
red
certainly
dot.
stylish.
I hit storage.
Looks like he was a little disappointed in himself in that clear too. All right, and we see Slaya is going to turret this hold, taking a high up hold.
Is that a sport ACR if my eyes don't deceive me?
No, it has full auto.
No, it isn't. It's an AR. Yeah, AR pattern rifle.
It's the HK416.
Okay. So carbine, I guess it's pretty good.
It's a legally distinct from M4. Hoyt, actually, it has the short stroke piston rather than the direct impingement system of the AR rifle. But a good clear there. Also
Was that
not
6?
getting lost. He's got the 60 rounders. Yeah.
No, six stealths. Not nearly as lucky as at least 5 for sure, but I think
No,
it was
but
6.
He also didn't get lost, which is nice. It's nice when
Get
you
some good angles.
Yeah.
Another good polymorphic spawn right there.
Oh yeah, no kidding. You won't even have to move from the step 1 of the dance.
Alright, no tracers on this one.
Now I do think that's a blessing and a curse because, well, that's kind of I don't really want to be dealing with encryptions right here because this is where I have to deal with Sossigs too. But oh, nice! That was a good clear. I'd say as good. But
Yeah, a nice quick clear there.
it's a little hard to judge, but I'd say they're fairly even. He can keep if he can keep hitless, then.
But
you're in a
once
good
again,
attack.
HowDeeDo did leave some points on the floor for Slaya to pick up if he can do his regenerative better. So we'll have to see if Slaya is up to the challenge. Did he get hit right there?
I don't think so. That's a good spot for the encryption too.
Yep.
Alright,
So it looks like he's just hiding until it pops in.
we'll go for it.
Does he know that one's gone over to the on the right side? It's gonna be a.
In, he's
Okay,
got a
operation.
much better spot. He takes a hit there.
Yep.
going for the clear. A lot
Faster,
faster
for
than
sure.
Howdy, but he did still get hit, so I think he did pick up some score there on that one, but not nearly as much as he could have. It's still a tight game.
Yeah, for sure. Now, if my eyes don't deceive me, I think we may have just seen Howdy lose his stealth bonus. I'm not totally sure. I think I saw some gunfire going on there in Inclinator. So
Looks like he did
that's a
pick up the
start.
drum.
Go into
He did pick up the drum, I think. Howdy getting into spillway here. I wonder what his power-up dog situation is.
Yeah, we've not really been paying attention, have we? Because they've kind of been alternating going between holds.
Looks like Slaya's got 2 out of the 4 holy quaternary of power-up dogs.
I saw a not bullet boost, a infinite ammo. What else? What else does he have?
He's got a ghost and a infinite ammo.
Right.
Sure, we'll see Howdy look down at some point. Howdy's got 2 bullet boosts, a shield, and a ghost. I don't think he's got an infinite ammo, but he does have the drum mag, which is, it's kind of like an infinite ammo, if you think about it a little bit.
Oh, that's a hit.
Ooh, Howdy already taking a hit. First phase of the hold, that's got a Hoyt.
This has been an interesting game the entire time. I really feel like they've all got it all to play for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a lot of nerves here. Howdy taking a second to get the shotgun out here. Oh no, forgot to reload it after taking out the regenerative last time.
It happens to the best of us. I've done it many, many times.
And Slaya getting a dovetail sight scope.
Oh,
That's not going to help him at all.
It's not on it today.
did he roll for a magnified scope?
Yeah, he rolled for a
Interesting.
scope and got one that he absolutely could not use.
Nope, that's substandard.
Looks like he's got it right there. What's he going to do with it? They won't take it, man. No refund.
Oh, that's the one that like sticks over to the side too. That's disgusting.
Oh no, it is.
It does fit on Picatinny, but it's not. It has no use whatsoever.
That's the QBZ's weird sight because it has the rails at a 45-degree angle, right? So you
right, that
need
makes
the
sense.
45. All right, HowDeeDo dealing with the orthogonal here. He's got the shield. It needs one more rotation. Can he get the angle? It needs to show him the vulnerable bits. There it goes.
Not a bad one, all things considered. It was in a
But
bad place.
It felt
relative
like
to
it was
him.
out for a stroll through the park while he was begging for it to turn for him.
I think that's proof of the fact that I would rather have 2 bullet boosts than 2 infinite ammos, because you can deal with the ortho, especially with a 3-gun. It's just got
Yeah.
such a massive capacity.
Yeah, I don't think he lost out because of the lack of infinite ammo there. I think the ortho is just a little bit mean.
I mean, infinite ammo doesn't help you if it's behind a pillar, to be honest. So
Yeah, that's true.
looks like are they both? No, Slay hasn't hit it quite yet, but he's clearing out the room. Now I believe it's begun. So this is going to be
Howdy's
interesting.
popped both of his dogs. He's running up on it. Where is it? It's all the way over there.
Yeah, this is what I would do as well. I'm gonna get
And
ready.
bam.
There it goes. Nice and clean.
Hold successful.
How do you do with
God,
a
that's disgusting.
1, 2, 5, 6, 150? All right.
I would say that Slayer is on attack to at least match that.
All
I
right,
couldn't
now
say whether it's
Slay
higher or lower.
Slay is in. He's fighting the cheesy bits, and he's through. Holding the top here along the ledge, and that gave him a great sightline to take that out.
Analyzing system.
Have to see if he can keep up that tempo on the rest of the hold. Of course, Howdy got hit on the first phase, so Slaya already ahead on that point, but if he gets hit on either of the next 2 phases, that'll put him even with Howdy's hit count on hold 5 here.
I think that's what it's going to come down to.
He's looking all
I think
around.
it's-
He can't find any Sosigs to kill. There they all are.
They all come out at once, as is customary.
The infinite ammo is popped. The orthogonal's spinning. Let's see if it's any nicer to Slaya.
No shield, so
No
it's
shield,
risky.
but he is staying safe so far, and a pretty good clear.
Yeah. I'd say probably on the... I think he had more... It didn't go behind the pillar at all, so I'd say Howdy probably dealt with it a little bit faster in terms of when he could see it.
Yeah, but
I'd say they probably were about the same.
Slaya started so much earlier.
Yeah. The infinite ammo would have helped, of course. Oh, dropping down.
Now, the question is, does he have the bullet boost to take down this? He does have it. He's taking his
he had an
stealth
extra
right now to
ghost.
get close to it.
He might have enough to ride it the entire wave. I was wondering what he was doing,
Yeah.
because this is risky if you don't have anything to hide yourself.
He's taking it. He's chilling. He's waiting for it to pop in. Arms to the sky. Say hello.
There it goes. That's the one.
Can Slaya do it as the underdog going into this match?
No, it would appear not.
That is a no. Let's get these guys in here, and we'll see how they felt about their runs here.
That was very entertaining. I enjoyed that greatly.
That was a great match. We had no idea who was going to come out on top the whole way through. This is a slugfest for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you?
Yeah, you
how
both
do
had to
feel?
fight for that.
I think it was decided when I crouched down and went, fuck, and then fell over, and then had to hold point as I climbed myself back up.
Slaya, did you like fall under your desk or something? What did you hit?
No, my desk is over here. Whenever I crouched down, I just did it wrong, bent my knee wrong, and then just fell backwards.
Oh, okay. Because
Oh,
it sounded
no.
like you like crouched and then like slid under your desk and tried to stand up, and like there was like a huge thump noise, and it sounded
No,
really
I'm pretty sure
painful.
I either kicked my bed,
Uh-huh.
this container of soda, or my chair.
All right. Well,
Maybe it's not a good idea to crash my game right now. Sorry, guys.
I was about to
all
comment on
right.
that.
I got
yeah.
you. I got your score. I got your score. How do you before we unveil your score? How did you feel about your run?
Let's just say it went a lot worse than my normal runs normally go. So, Slayer, I think you genuinely have a chance at knocking me out of here.
All right. Well, let's start out with Slaya's score then, with a 1,206,950. That's going to match up against HowDeeDo's 1,256,150. Howdy, you are going to stay in the goulash, swimming through the paprika, and Slaya, you today have been eliminated.
Good game, man.
Wait,
Oh my God.
125?
Yeah, he
Or
got a
1205?
125.
125. Okay, I thought you said 1205.
No. 1,256,150.
Okay.
So Seth in the chat said, surprised that wasn't closer, to be honest, and I totally agree. It was a total joy to watch both of you play. We really did not know, did we, Hoyt?
No.
I felt like it could have been anybody's game.
Yeah, like Howdy, you had some rough clears. With
I porcupined the recursive
you
earlier. That was
porcupined it,
really rough.
3 times, and then you were crouched down and you couldn't get your gun out of your pocket because it was in the floor. That was classic panic moves.
And then I had to start meleeing some Sosigs to get off me and shit. It was crazy.
Yeah, then we would watch Slaya, and Slaya would take a bullet too. So like you kept leaving points on the floor that
Quite literally on the floor.
weren't being picked up. But it was a good match. It was a good match.
I thought it would go so well from the beginning too, because like I had that excellent hold one clear, which I mean, it's not hard to say clear a hold one, but I was like, I feel like I pre-fired that first encryption, and I like cleared the rest in like record time for myself.
Yeah, you
I feel
don't
like
understate
entering
yourself.
hold one, that was pretty nice. Whenever I took my gold 1911, shot that hot dog in the face, who stood up and went, no.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They
Seeing
tend to
you
do
take
that
a
to
hit
45.
before-
It's weird.
taking a hit before hold one even started. Let's see. Gun rolls. Anything remarkable there? We got the Slaya. You got the 416. Howdy, you got the AK-12.
Prototype.
Yeah, Slaya, you got a couple of shotguns. Howdy, you got the 3-gun.
I think I got the best possible rolls I could have gone with. Like,
Mm.
these would be world record breaking rolls if it was on a different seat and I wasn't playing like a dumbass.
You like the AK-12 that much, really?
Yeah, just because of the mag upgrade.
Mhm.
Also,
Yeah, true, I
5
guess.
for 5. 5 for 5 is a great round in H3 as well. So
Honestly,
Is
I'm
it?
a huge fan of the AK-12s too. They're really, really nice.
mhm.
It is a shame that you can't just, press a button and have the mag, whatever, like
Yeah, no
bolt itself.
bolt
I don't know what the
release.
word is. I'm not a gun guy. Yes,
No
that's the
mag
Have the
word.
drop,
bolt
no
stay
bolt
open.
release. Ugh, yeah, it does.
And then it's like,
just
yeah,
don't
I
let
know.
it run
It's
dry.
pitfalls.
It's not a problem.
Which is easy when
Or
you
if
have
you-
a 50-round mag.
Yeah.
If you really want, you can like hit the mag lever, but it's harder with the drum for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Alright.
the mag roll on
curious.
the AK is a little bit weirder than like AR mags wells.
Yeah,
but
sometimes you put
whatever.
the mag in and then it kicks it back out for no reason.
Dude, yeah, especially when you're moving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were talking about that. The reason is because sometimes the collision on the magazine, there is none. So you phase through it with the magazine that you've got in your hand that you've just taken out. And then it's especially a problem with the smaller mags, in my opinion. So,
Mhm.
All right.
yeah, fun.
So, Howdy, you will be facing the winner from the Gerald Violence Blimson versus Rez Duck match. And you won't
Okay.
have to wait long to find out who that's going to be because that match is coming up next in about an hour and 45 minutes.
Ooh, I'll be sure to
So-
watch that.
Tune in for that to see your opponent. And chat, you tune in too, okay? I'm watching all of you. Tune in. It's going to be a
Taking
good
notes
one.
of everybody in chat right now. All of you are required to attend.
Did you write them all down?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Don't worry. We'll get them.
Alright.
We'll get them.
Well, thanks.
Then we'll escape.
Thanks each and every one of you for watching. Thank you, HowDeeDo and Slaya, for your very fun runs today. And thank you to my surprise co-caster Nova, and thank you to Dragon for pushing the buttons. And we will see you guys next time at First Tourist. Bye.
Later.
Good game, Slayer.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Great game.